Alright, and welcome back everyone to the FX Open Invitational Series. I am Unstable, joined here by Railcoon. We're going to get into our winners set here for Group L. We are going to have FXOasd up against MaruPrime. Atlanta Spaceship will be our first map. TVT coming in. We haven't seen a TVT in a while, actually, now that I think about it. But we have FXOasd at the bottom position here as our blue Terran. Has gone for a 1-Rax expand. And then, of course, up here at the north, we have MaruPrime as our pink Terran. And he's gone for the 1-Rax gas here into factories. So an interesting choice to go for this kind of build here by Maru. This map is huge.
Yeah.
Like I really expected both of them to be fast expand builds.
He killed ASD's SCV and then dropped the factory immediately. So this factory is even a little bit slower because he wanted to make sure that ASD didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I assume Maru has always been a guy who kind of really likes Banshees. I've cast him a number of times in TVT, and he really likes Banshees. So I assume that's what he's just going to be going into. He's moving his SCV down. He's going to build it in the closer position to ASD here in a second. Yeah, there goes the start port. And because of that, it might be that ASD could have a read on this. Like, we have to watch how he builds this, but he could just go straight for a Viking here, because he has his factory on the way. It's timed out, so he could actually get a Viking in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah. We do have one Hellion out on the field already for Maru, a second one as well. This will sometimes catch some Terrans off guard, but ASD's not cutting any corners here at the moment. He's already got that bunker finished just now, and he's got those Marines in it. He can run by with that one Hellion, but one Hellion is not really going to do all that much. And with that factory finishing up, even if we have a Banshee coming out from Maru, is nowhere near going to be in time. Looks like we are going to have some Hellion drops. Interesting. I do like this, but at the same time, the map's so large, a lot of the time you can thwart it quite easily because you have so much time to prepare.
Also, like the Hellion drops, they tend to send them around the very edge of the map and make them really sneaky, and they very carefully avoid all the sight. And on a huge map like this, it's going to take a lot of extra time to get there. So we'll see what happens. The first few Hellions are grouped up with the Marines, so he could come forward with the Hellions and just try to drop the Marines inside, which is another thing that people do with this sometimes. Like, try and pull everything over to deal with the Hellions, and the Marines just run right in the mineral line. But you can see that ASD has some Marines hanging out in his main base. His Viking is on the way. It's only about half done. And there are Marines in this medevac, and he's coming up to try and drop it up here on the high ground.
Yeah, here we go. I think it's actually going to be seen here by ASD. He does see the drop. He's bringing all his units back up here. I don't think he notices these Hellions. These Hellions can run into the mineral line at the natural while this is going on if he wants to, but no, he's going to bring them up here as well. And here we go. We do have that tank here at the same time, though. Remember, ASD losing a lot of SCVs here, though, and he is targeting down that medevac quite nicely. The tank doing an amazing amount of damage to those Hellions, and it looks like he will barely clean this up. And how many SCVs did he lose there? He lost 10 SCVs. But
it could have been much worse. Like,
yeah,
he pulled a good number of SCVs, and then he pulled some of them away before they died. Like,
but he's still ahead. He's ahead of Command Center, and he's ahead in SCVs still, 27-25.
He pulled just about the right number of SCVs there, considering that he's ahead with an expansion. Like, with an attack timing that's something like that, you don't have an expansion down yet. He has an SCV that's been hanging out at the natural this entire time, so you knew that even if he had a Command Center, it just wasn't, like, it was being built in the main base. So giving up some SCVs there is totally fine, because he can catch that back up with no problem. Like, they're back to even, give it a few more, like a minute or two, and then he'll be back at the number that he was before. So it was a really good decision there by ASD, and he's in a really good spot now, because that was a lot of units to trade in the early game when you're delaying your expansion like this. But Maru does have 2 tanks. He's got him positioned in the center of the map, but like, ASD didn't lose the tank he was using to defend either, so he's got 2 tanks as well.
Yeah, that's very true. Alrighty, so because he's so far ahead in this, like, the only chance really I can see Maru having, if he plays extremely greedy economically right now, and tries to use that to his advantage, because ASD will be playing safe. He's going to expect something else to come in, so he can try and catch back up to ASD. Looking at the work counts now, it's 37-30. And ASD's probably going to throw down another command center very shortly. He's got units left in his main. He's just playing really defensively against everything. He's got siege mode as well. But I have this feeling that Maru is just going to be aggressive again. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see it working out too well for him, though. Army supplies, he is ahead slightly, but it's the defender's advantage here for ASD. He's going to have more units out. Oh, actually, he's moving out here. This could be dangerous because he's going to run straight into these units here at the top of the ramp.
We scouted it with the Marine that went ahead of the rest of the army. So now he's just going to position himself here at the top of this ramp here. Have his siege tanks in position, keep a few more units here as they come out of the production facilities. And he's loading up the rest of his army into this medevac, and he's going to swing it around. Maru is just chilling in the center of the map here, right on the nose of the little bear on the mini-map. So that means he's got nothing in position to really defend against this drop. Everything is being rallied straight out to the center of the map. This could do a lot of damage for ASD.
Yeah, I most certainly can. And at the same time, he's going for that third command center. Like I was saying, he's probably going to throw one down very shortly. And he's also getting four more barracks in his main. So that'll be quite nice. And there's going to be absolutely nothing here to defend against this drop here for Maru. Like, absolutely nothing. ASD's left one Marine here, and then retreated all of his units back to his natural.
Yeah, he's got the Marine just to scout when the army comes forward. He does see it come poking forward there, so now he's going to be moving into a more defensive position. But Maru isn't actually hacking forward. He's just killing that Marine because he saw it spotting. He's really just hesitating. His army's been dancing back and forth. Now he thinks he's got enough units. If we look at the unit count, it's 6 tanks to 5. He has a slight tank count, but now the drop is in the main base of Maru right now. And Maru's having to redirect his rally points to deal with this, but Maru's supply blocked because of this drop now.
Yeah, and look at that. He's actually lifted up and then dropped again straight on top of that tank, but Maru wisely just unsieging that tank. He will clean this up eventually. But both of them still even in supply, just barely, but a lot of that is in SCVs here. ASD now 58 to 38. He has 20 SCVs ahead. He has that extra third command center. He's loading it back just because it was spotted, and he's trying to play it really safe. But he's got so many tanks on the high ground here as well now. A scan goes down by Maru, and he's going to realize, did he see those tanks on the high ground? No, he didn't.
No, but he's supply blocked again. He keeps getting supply blocked because of just getting some of these units stalled out. He doesn't have his third command center, does he? No, I don't see it anywhere.
Doesn't. But it looks like he's going to come in. He's going to come in and go for it here, but there are tanks on the high ground. He's going to be absolutely slaughtered if he comes through here. He's actually going to be in range. Oh my god, the tank's unsieged, in range of that as well. This is the worst possible scenario here for Maru. And now look at that, his army is completely crushed. He's going to be down at base. Yeah, look at that, GG coming out. ASD will take down game number 1 in this winner set. He is one map away from moving into the round of 32. We'll be right back with our next game and see if he can do it.